Past 7 o'clock. I sincerely do appreciate you staying with us right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Is one of the Sunday evenings, and it's quite an interesting day for all of us while we try to diverse issues across Nigeria's political landscape. Interestingly, issues will continue to develop. As you know, we're approaching the political season. 2027 is actually at hand, and a lot of gearing up is what is currently going on. Trust me, conspiracy theories are coming up, propaganda is coming up. It's important that we're able to sieve out the reality from the non-reality. And right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, most of our programmings we try to give you objective analysis on issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. And on the political spotlight, we look at the political front and how the political actors are actually shaping the polity and determining where Nigeria's politics is actually heading. The interesting things about politics is the fact that it helps like-minded logical persons come together to determine how politics shapes the future, shapes the economy, and shapes every sector that encompasses a nation, encompasses a country, and even helps us give a trajectory of our future consolidation with countries, outside or neighboring countries outside our shores. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Political Spotlight. My name is Esther Wachuku. So, as you do know, I'm sure you heard last week where there was a talk that Nyesom Wike is really not available in the country. He has not been speaking after the last media chat where he traveled to London. There are talks that he went to UK for a heart surgery bypass based on a particular source in-house. Now, in that particular regard, everywhere was quiet. Larry Alayinka, the aide to Nyesom Wike, that's the spokesperson, did not say anything until recently he tweeted and said it is good to keep people guessing. We don't know precisely what he means. All that said, it's a way of covering up the absence of Nyesom Wike after he traveled to the United Kingdom, basically on the health issues. There were no pictures, however, whether he was in the hospital, whether he was attending any official function, or if he was on a break, based on the fact that there are situations currently going on in the FCT that he's meant to attend to. But there are talks that all of this is political consolidation with other political opponents, especially with some top Nigerians in diaspora, specifically to enable the APC for 2027. There are also talks that with the PDP National Convention coming up very soon, Nyesom Wike is trying to see how he can galvanize a lot of support to ensure that the party goes in the way that will actually be in the benefit of the All Progressives Congress. However, based on what the spokesperson said, that he'll be addressing Nigerians on Thursday. You recall that the story was that he refused to go for the heart surgery bypass because he felt that they would replace him immediately, and that is what he cannot afford. Well, interesting, isn't it? Now, 10,000 ADC members, or rather 10,000 persons from APC in Benue State have decamped to the ADC. Now, some persons say it's actually a milestone for the ADC, considering that they're trying to create grassroots mobilizations across all wards and local governments across the 36 states of the Federation. Well, since they have commenced that particular journey, they have actually met quite a lot of challenges from the parties that are governing the state, especially APC-run political parties. They have actually met strong opposition, which have actually prevented them from holding a meeting or galvanizing any kind of support whatsoever from persons within the state. But Aregbesola is saying categorically that the ADC will definitely unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. He's saying that what is a play and that the APC does not know what is coming. But the big question is, in all of this political permutations and talks, with the Jonathan factor coming in place, would Peter Obi literally quiet as to not telling us precisely if he's still a member of the Labour Party, if he has left and a staunch member of the ADC, or there is an alternative coming on? While some political gladiators and supporters of Peter Obi say it is deliberate why he's quiet, the APC are still asking questions, possibly referring to him as a floater. Let me call in my analyst this evening. I actually have Mr. Tony Mbata with us right here in the studio. Mr. Tony Mbata, good evening. Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening. Thank you, Esther. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
You're like somebody created on Sunday. Those of what I was created on Tuesday.
I really can't recall the day I was born, but thank you very much.
Born on Tuesday.
You were born on a Tuesday. Amazing. Yeah. I think I'm going to ask my mom again.
On Sunday because
Mr. Lawal Kundai, how are you? Were you also born on a Sunday or Tuesday or Wednesday? Which day?
That's why I'm peaceful now. I'm always very quiet because I was born on Friday.
Mr. Lawal, you For where? Quiet. Welcome to the program, sir. How are you?
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tony Bata, let me start up with you. There are talks that, for example, in the case of Peter Obi, that it is deliberate why he's quiet. Now, the ADC has actually been trying to galvanize support. For example, the APC referred to Aregbesola as somebody whom they considered a wandering tenant, that he doesn't have any space. They even accused him that the APC made him what he is today. For someone who worked with the APC during the last administration, they're surprised that he's the one against the APC. They also called out Nasir El-Rufai, who recently, if you recall, has been telling the APC that when it is time to talk, he will talk. God knows what skeletons he intends to unveil for us. Now, as it stands, they're calling Peter Obi a floater, that he has no political leaning, no political party whatsoever, and he has remained quiet. So the curiosity is actually heightened, especially from the APC members. Now, if you recall, on Friday, we had a conversation here where Dele Momodu said that Atiku, El-Rufai, Peter Obi, and Amechi has been able to supposedly distract the All Progressives Congress with a different, will I call it dramatic theatrics about where they belong, what they're doing, the events they're holding, or whatnot. They have not given any definitive stance whatsoever, that it is deliberate. But do you think this will continue to generate the kind of support and influence Peter Obi had post 2023 elections?
Yes, thank you for your question. In fact, you put a lot of questions jammed into
Sorry.
And I love that.
Okay.
I'm going to touch them one by one.
Okay.
One, when they call these people floater, I always realize this to tell you that APC is jittery. Yes, APC is jittery. And when they said APC made Aregbesola and El-Rufai who they are, what about the PDP made almost all of them who they are? Go and check. So they when they appoint somebody with one hand, other hands are pointing them. Now they name their call. They say Peter Obi is a floater, to show you that I told you the other time we were here that in politics a lot of things are coming up. We are going to see more, and they don't know where these people are going. They are trying to destroy ADC, another political party, in order to make sure no opposition, because APC know that they don't have the masses with them, because they know that they have deceived the masses. And what is happening now, they don't understand.
Okay.
So what they are doing is, try to put mouth here, say this, and see the reaction of people before they started. Peter, they tell us the political party you want to contest with. People were hitting it and hitting it, and this young man was watching them. That is political arithmetic. That is to show you that politics is a game of mind.
Okay.
And the APC have shown that they are agro politics they are playing. Grab it, run away with it.
Right.
They cannot sit down and strategize. They know that they cannot win election except INEC give them that mandate, not the Nigerian masses, because of what is playing, because of the economic situation, poverty that is ravaging Nigerians. They know that they are coming to loot. They are looting, destroying Nigerian economy, destroying Nigerian political atmosphere, creating problem where there is no problem, creating problem of ethnicity, religion, and all the rest of them, making us to hate one another. That is the politics of APC, because all these things, they are afraid, and that's why you see them saying all these things they're saying, and they will see more. They will see more.
Okay, there are talks that ever since the media summit with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Abuja, I think that was almost a month ago, by the APC personalities and supporters of this government, specifically the social media influencers, that they have returned full on to do what they need to do, utilizing the social media space to drive home their agenda, get more persons within their fold. Do you think they are winning with the supposed hate technique they're using against a particular ethnic group? Because if you look at this hate trajectory, they're not looking at the Hausa Fulanis, even if some of them are saying they're not happy with the administration of the day. They're not focusing on them at all. It's basically the Southeast Igbos. Now, other people feel that, it's because of the statement of no man's land, which obviously has supposedly what did not originate from them. But there are talks that it's because Peter Obi campaigned in 2023, that if Peter Obi decides to no longer be part of the race, maybe such theatrics or statements would reduce. Do you think that it is just a political machination to supposedly neutralize the effect the Obedient movement had in APC-run states, or do you think this is indeed beyond politics?
I will not. Let me talk as a Nigerian.
Okay.
These things are some of the things we will see during time for politics, and that's why we are telling people, very respectable Nigerians, Majority of us know the politics of APC. I try to touch it. Now, you know that P2B is the problem of most of the political class because of the integrity factor, which Nigerians all over the time have seen that P2B among the people parading themselves have it now. And they know what happened in 2023 election, how P2B surprised every one of them based on track record and other things. Now, what are they doing is to create problem, to create a hate speech, to make some set of people like the Igbos to be as if we are not ahead with one another, we are brothers. Look at what happened, that somebody was calling a donation to build his own palace here in Lagos, and we heard that the police arrested him. But there was something trending on social media. We have Hausa Fulani palace here in Lagos. So the question is that why are they not arresting the people? But all this is a political something. Some
that is a Sarukin Hausa. Well, the Sarukin Hausa is a traditional ruler that represents the Hausa community in Lagos. But that particular person is not the will I say traditional Igbo leader that represents Igbo in Lagos. He's not.
It's a title. All of them are titles.
Look, title from where? Remember that the Obi of Onisha said that any title outside Igbo land is not recognized. He has responded to that.
People must have said this person is our leader.
Which person? The thing is,
if we can have whatever of Hausa in Lagos State or any part of the country,
is he the official representative?
I can answer. You know that I can answer any name. That is the name I choose to answer. And if I buy a land to build a house and they have my CFO to build anyhow, I will build it.
They said you're coming to dominate their town.
Nobody should think because all of us are one Nigeria. If we believe that we are one Nigeria, that thing should not be a problem.
With the rhetoric on ground, you think that's the case?
If you are targeting one section of the country, that means you are being biased. That means you are not telling us that we are part of the country. But as I believe that as we are part of the country, anybody can build anything and name it anything. It's not dominating, it's not taken away. So long as you legitimately and legally acquire the land, you can build anything you want, so long as government approve it, so long as you are not infringing on the fundamental right of other citizens. Remember, these things are shrine in our constitution. You can go anywhere and live, you can go anywhere and build, so forget about it. So what I'm trying to buttress, what I'm buttressing is that most of these things you are seeing they're doing, Isomo Igbo, Isomo Yoruba, is the political class that are doing it in order to divide us. And this is a political time.
Do you think it's a political class? Yeah? I think some persons have taken it beyond politics.
Yes, they have infiltrated the mind of people, some people, not all, every other person. Some feeble-minded people have been their mind have been infiltrated, and they believe that. Tell me, somebody like an Igbo man, why do I hate a Yoruba man? What did they do me? No, I cannot say it. And call any Yoruba man. What did an Igbo man do to you? They don't even know. They will say, Omo Igbo. Hey, no, Omo Igbo coming to do this land. They bought it with their money, and you sold this land to them. They didn't have,
all right, Mr. Tony Mbata, okay.
What is happening is politics. They want to divide us more. But Nigerians, majority of Nigerians knows what they're doing, and they cannot go through from it. It cannot save a PC from the doom that is waiting for them.
You sound so confident.
Yes.
And the APC, they are confident that they would actually win in 2027.
INEC is the problem of Nigerians.
Okay, Mr. Lawal Kundayo, thank you for actually, staying on ground.
I'm always gentle.
So let's look at the situation right now. The ADC seems to be gaining momentum. For example, in Benue State, according to their report, that 10,000 APC members, they come to the ADC. I don't know how accurate that number is, because for you to say 10,000 APC members in a particular state have actually joined ADC, well, it's you can't say that possibly the North Central, that is Benue, that axis, are really going through it with insecurity, and they feel that the political party, the APC, has not done them any favor whatsoever in trying to curb the insecurity despite all the cries and clamor. Some persons will say it is typical for them to actually become a member of the ADC, but the fear is this: could this actually be another problem? For example, where the ADC may not even know who is authentically joining the party to be sure to participate in 2027, or who is joining the party to destabilize the party ahead of 2027.
Normally, you know that there's a proverb that says, you keep your friends close and you keep your enemies closer.
Okay.
Political party is a place where people are welcomed.
All right.
You can't chase people away unless you say they do anti-party. It is now the leadership that will now be very, experienced and brilliant, to be able to see how they can, manage the situation in such a way that they don't have these moles that are expected to be among them, to cause troubles in such a way that it will be significant.
Okay.
You understand my explanation? So it's expected that you are going to have moles, you are going to have enemy. In fact, one or two persons may want to begin to, but it's part of it. It's welcome.
Interesting. Now, if you recall, Mr. Tony Mbata, way back when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, there are referrals as to how vocal he was against the president. This is coming because of the call by the DSS for Omoyele Sowore to bring down the tweet where he referred to the president as a criminal. Now, that's not the only time the DSS has done that. Other supporters of this administration are even threatening, like life harm on him, that why would he continue to be constituted as a nuisance, to keep on insulting the president without respect. And they're asking him, on the allegation of criminality, what proof does he have to actually express by calling the president a criminal? They're also saying that based on the culture of, the Southwest, you don't insult your elders, regardless of how grieved you feel about your elders. But let's take a listen to former the governor of Lagos State way back before he's now the president, actually calling out former President Olusegun Obasanjo as to what he termed someone who is highly corrupt.
The prior government used the public treasury as a private hedge fund or a charity that limited is given only to themselves. So much money grew fit and ran away faster than Usain Bolt ever could. That which could have been spent on national development was squandered in ways that would have caused the devil to blush. One minister and her rogue galleries picked the pockets and the treasury of the nation for billions of dollars. While poor at governance, these people could give a master thief lessons in the sleight of hand. In governance, they earned a red card, but in corruption, they won the gold medal.
All right, that was. Let's take a listen to him as well during the campaign way back as well during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo.
In year 2003, ask Umoru of blessed memory, Shehu Yadua, what are you going to do with the election in Nigeria? He said, the election that brought me as president of this country is flawed, and I will reform it. Is that not correct? Who conducted that election? Obasanjo is the greatest election rigger in this country. Let him. He's an expired meat. Put him on the shop or dump him in the dustbin. Forget Obasanjo. God bless you.
All right, now this is basically what you consider opposition saying what they know how to say. Why is there a problem here with opposition addressing, the current administration of the day or even making reference? Remember, this was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a governor, not a president, calling out former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So what happened to supposed criticism by political opponents? As you know, it's usually the practice with political opponents.
I thank God for what is playing out now, and I thank God for all these archival messages that we are seeing and they're seeing. But one thing I know that APC lack shame. They don't have shame. Like Sowore have said, he's a criminal. And when somebody insulted Obi, Obi said, bring evidence and went to court. And if it is not true that what Sowore is saying, they should go to court. Why should be a president spending millions of dollars trying to suppress evidence and telling American government not to bring it. This is the same president that his age and the age of his daughter, we know the disparity. This is the same president that his academic qualification was in dispute. This is the president that alleged that he graduated from one school whereby that school have not been existence. This is the same president that have been accused of drug and money. And what are they saying? If these things are not true, they should come out clean. The president have question to answer. Obi said when Obi was reading his independent whatever June 12 something, he said president should answer this and clarify it.
But
so
my question is,
of Nigeria, as Sowore said, he said he's a criminal. If it is not a criminal, he should come and defend and tell Nigerians, I'm not a criminal, I have a clean slate. But he has never. And the people that are protecting him have never come out to tell us that these things we said is not true. Look at it, he went to France. What is he going to France to? Allegedly begging France to come and make sure that his slate or his qualifications will not be exposed. And giving our money to France government. What are they doing?
Where is your proof?
Allegedly, that's what they're doing.
No, we speak facts here. We don't speak on alleged.
What is he doing in France?
He's going on a working vacation.
He
says on a working vacation and he's free to visit anybody.
By Burkina Faso. And Nigerian president is going there. What are they going? What economic impact?
They are good friends.
No, not a good friend. They know what they are doing. So if the president is not corrupt, if the president is not a criminal, and somebody says so, they should go to court.
So are you saying just because of the issue with France and Burkina Faso and that the president has a good relationship with France and that means the relationship is corrupt? Can't the president have friends with other world leaders? Can't he be friends with other world leaders?
What Nigerians are looking is the benefit of your friendship. What are you going there to do? They ask him, is he in air condition? He said, perfect. How many times has he been in France? See, what the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing, no other president in the world can do it. They say he's corrupt. He's corrupt. If you are not corrupt, come and tell Nigerians or come and tell the whole world that you're not corrupt. That's why nobody is investing in this country. And they say somebody is demarketing Nigeria. Nobody is demarketing Nigeria aside Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government, because all the indices show that this man is corrupt. This man, all those things.
So are you saying that all the travels and connection that he's trying to create for international investments and all that for investors to come to the country, you're saying that he's demarketing Nigeria?
He himself is the one demarketing on because of the corrupt charges leveled against him, because of what the world is seeing. This man has been accused that he's a drug dealer, allegedly. This man has been accused that the university you say you attended is a lie. This is the same person that used Donald Duke picture to show himself as a student of one school, and that school has not been existent. So all these things show that the man ruling Nigeria is corrupt, and Sowore is saying he's a criminal. If he's not a criminal, come and deny it. Allow the United States of America to review your documents. Allow them. Stop protecting. Stop spending money.
You want them to reveal his document when it's going to cause him irreparable harm?
That is to tell you that he's a criminal. If he's not,
you can't say that for certain.
People have alleged that you are this. Come and say no, I am not. Allow United States government to review these things. Let us have them. Why did you say you graduated from school and that school has not been existent? Why did you say that your age is this? And you cannot refute all these things. These things are elements that shows that the person ruling Nigeria today is corrupt. If it's not, let him come and defend it.
Are you certain with what you're saying? Because right now you may join the bandwagon of Omoyele Sowore. The DSS may write a letter to you asking you to bring evidence to what you're claiming.
Allegedly, all these accusations have been leveled against him. He should come and prove himself to Nigerians that I am not.
Okay, Mr. Lawal Kundaya, Chief Arabashola has actually revealed how they intend to unseat the ADC come 2027. Al-Rufai has said he's going to speak when the time comes. We don't know what skeletons he intends to reveal. Meanwhile, our judiciary, there are talks about it heavily fragmented and being corrupt. In fact, Justice Datijo, as you can see, is bemoaning corruption. And you can see Olisagbakoba as well speaking on that. The judiciary, which is another arm of government that is meant to put the government of the day in check, questions some of things that are considered an anomaly in the jurisprudence of how executive order works, nobody's checking. There is heavy political influence in how justice is carried out, in the kind of judgment that is carried out. The ambiguity in some of the judgments that reels out from our court that even creates chaos instead of having to resolve issues is another thing of the day. Unfortunately, it is only when the judges have either retired that they begin to speak out about the cesspool of corruption and how they are being used as instruments in the hands of the politicians to desecrate our democracy and our polity. In that regard, do you think that there will be any difference between what transpired in 2023 with what is going to happen in 2027 if the judiciary has not been able to cleanse itself and reorganize, stabilize the way they do things to create that trust, to bridge that distrust between Nigerians and them, the judiciary?
Good governance is a system.
Okay.
Good governance is a system. People think that you can just pinpoint one area and say you want to change it. No, it doesn't work that way. It's a system.
Okay.
Good governance is a system. What I mean by system is that there are parts of that good governance that works to make it a good governance, and bad governance is being bad because there are those parts that make up the system are working badly. That's why you say it is bad, or the government is not working well or whatever. So it's a system. Now that is why Nigerians don't understand. I keep telling them, many Nigerians, that a leader, a political leader, is made up of two parts. In fact, every leader is made up of two parts: the political part and the administrative part. They are never the same. They are totally separated. They are moving, in parallel line. But one will go beyond the other depending on the type of leader that is there. If you elect a leader that is very good politically, even in an office, if the leader is very good politically, you see that the company will be having issues, but nobody will be able to call him to order because he knows how to use the machine. You get it? The other part of the system of the company to work against a person who is speaking the truth or criticizing him the right way, but he will be failing. Now, when it comes to political office, that's why they use the word political and office. People think it's one. It's not one. It's two. Political and office. That's why the political office means somebody who's there is both political and is also an officer. They are not the same. Now, political means that you can use your calculation to be able to suppress any opposition or anybody that speak against the bad things that you are doing. You can galvanize the system, get the person out, get the person arrested. You can do so many things. You can suppress the person. You can, because you are politically good, but still you are not doing well as an officer, as an administrator. Now, coming to Nigeria, that is what we are having. We keep electing politicians. We don't elect good administrators. We keep electing politicians and putting them in political office. So when they get there, they are concerned only about the politics, but that is the totality of their life. They don't care about the administration. So whatever they get into that office, they use it politically. They don't use it administratively. And that is what we are facing in this country. Now, the judges, when you are sworn in when you are a lawyer, the moment you pass as you qualify as a lawyer, you swear to uphold justice. Is that not it? To uphold that law, the constitution. And then when you get to the office and become judges or whatever lawyer, we see you doing something that is opposite. That's why you begin to argue a criminal that everybody knows that this person has committed the offense. Begin to see how you can argue that person out of that. And the judges will find a way find a way, because that thing, the administrative aspect is lacking. Everybody wants to be a politician. So I want to remain in that post. I want to even further than my tenure. And for me to remain that, I have to be a politician. I have to think politically, and I have to be able to, galvanize that thing and cause problem.
Mr. Tony Mbata, let's come on track to the situation on ground. Mr. Lawal Kundai, thank you so much. You were able to broaden the horizon on the question I asked you. It's quite important, like you said, for there to be a proper system in place. It helps create that possibility of checks and balance. Now, let me ask you something. Why is it that the judiciary has become politicized? I mean, when this administration came on board, their salaries were increased. The FCT minister gave them houses. I even heard cars. So they have all of these supposed benefits. So why has that arm of government been politicized?
Okay, it's a simple question and a simple answer. Why? Because the people that are being elected are not the people that are supposed to mind those offices. Like he said, that's two different things, administrative and political aspect of it. Most of them, we know who are the judges. Wike is one of the judges. Should I mention more? And these are people, like one of the senators came out and said he knows that some of the people here seated there are criminals and they know how to do it. Nothing happened because they work with one of the judges. These people that are sitting on this a high exalted position to dispense justice, are they supposed to be there? And also you ask yourself, the system that brought them in, is it a very transparent and honorable system? The answer is no. When a governor, a sitting governor will lobby, the wife will be a judge, and they will split together, fraternize together. Do you think that Nigerians will get justice? See, we supposed to go back to the drawing board. When people like renowned judges, we know them, no need of mentioning them, who will be an incorruptible judges. So because the system has been polluted, and they are not thinking that they are politicians, like Mr. Kundaya said, they want to retain their position. And we saw when the APC administration, when Buhari came in, said they did this sting operation and removed a chief justice of federation without any cause. What is sting operation? APC don't know. They just went there and violated them. So most of the judges are afraid. And why is it? Because it is so that most of these judges are skeleton on their cupboard. So when you went to dispense justice, they will show you. You know how we brought you in. You know your academic qualification. We have a judge in this country that if you know his certificate, you will cry. And he was the chief judge of federation. So when these kind of people will sit there to give judgment, they will show you. If you make noise, we expose you. And they'll keep quiet. The system is polluted. The system is rotten. The system is bad.
Mr. Lawal Kundaya, there are fresh moves to persuade former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to return to the political stage as, for the 2027 general elections. The calls have actually sparked heated debates, across party lines. In fact, some political actors are arguing that Jonathan remains a unifying figure with the credibility to stabilize Nigeria's polity. Advocates for his return point to what they describe as his statesmanship and international recognition since leaving office in 2015. Also, they are insisting that his re-entry would offer the country's experienced leadership at a time of mounting political and economic challenges, which has actually made Nigerians go back in time to when he was the president, of this country, with what some persons will term as to the level of corruption within his administration. Some persons say that Jonathan was actually weak, so that Jonathan couldn't take a decisive action without pandering to some persons in the north. Others believe that the reason why some northern section want him to come back is because now they realize that he really did what they asked him to do. But in that regard, some persons will tell you that it is better for him to stay where he is and not join. Just 3 or 4 days ago, he met with Peter Obi, the presidential candidate in 2023, with the Labour Party, and there were talks that the idea is to see how they can synergize. One person would drop his presidential ambition so that the support base of the other one would improve or increase. While the supporters of Peter Obi are saying, no, Peter, you cannot consider having to step down for Jonathan, because if that is the case, majority of persons who supported you, who do not trust Jonathan or who even complained about Jonathan's administration, may drop their will, and you will now have Bola Ahmed Tinubu have a clean sweep. What's your take with that?
I will just focus more on Jonathan.
Okay.
Let me focus more on Jonathan. Now, Jonathan will have been what he has been. It will have been better for him. In fact, it's better for him to remain what he is than for him to allow himself. to be drawn into this I don't know, they call it concussion, when we're into this concussion politics that we are going through in this country. He's already galvanized enough,
respect
and advantage for himself, nationally and internationally. Supposed to be like a political father. I'm not saying godfather, please. So I'm saying father, not godfather. Somebody will now come and say that now I said godfather. His father going to be a political father, because you have experienced that post for 6 years, and then you have gone round to galvanize support and advantage, and then you bring it down and use it to advise and continue to advise Nigerian politicians and advise the masses.
You're saying he should continue to be an advocate as an elder statesman in the polity for good governance.
Yes.
But he has been doing that. If you recall, during the administration of late Muhammadu Buhari, that was basically what he did.
That's why I said you should not allow them to bring into this political.
Are you sure this is not another diversionary strategy with the ADC and the Peter Obi camp, where you keep on, everyone is saying he has not said anything, but there are talks about him coming in. The idea is to be for the APC as a political party to be on their toes, because some of the Northerners, if eventually he decides to talk or speak and say, I am going to come out, I'm going to participate in this, then that support base that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu intends to clinch may dwindle. And if you recall, in 2023, 63 or 65% of the vote came from the north. So what if this is a diversionary tactic, is a political wind sway to ensure that the party in charge stays on their toes, and then those that they actually want to put on the front line, they don't pay attention to them?
Esther, like something Margaret Thatcher said when he was relinquishing power. He said it takes God's grace for someone to relinquish power. And she went ahead and to say, if you are with power, you are with everything.
Okay.
Now, don't be surprised. Jonathan want to come back.
Okay.
Don't be surprised. Politicians, you don't, because he has tested power. Don't be surprised when the wife was saying, we want to stay on our, don't be surprised they want to come back.
Okay.
But like Mr. Kundayo said, I support what Mr. Kundayo said. Because these people that are drafting him in were the same people that were saying, crucify him, he is not good, he is this. They want him. They have not seen. It's like when Julius Caesar was killed by Brutus, his friend. People didn't know what Julius Caesar have in mind for his people. It was when they killed him that Mark Antony was reading his speech, was saying, and he brought out the will of Julius Caesar, and they were regretting. But Jonathan, for now, should remain what he is. And I know that he is studying it. Nobody will say it's not coming out. Nobody say he's not going to come, or he's going to come. But Jonathan, don't be surprised that we want to test and want to come back. But Jonathan, I would love Jonathan to come back. Let all of them come back. This is democracy.
Okay.
Let them come back. Let them come. Let everybody. I have said it before. Let Jonathan know. Let Kwankwaso. Let Atiku. Let Tinubu. Okay. All of them to come back. Let us see. But what I'm begging is that INEC should be an umpire. That the vote of Nigerians should count. Let us see who will win.
Mr. Tony Mbata, there are talks that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may pull a last card. The last card is this. For example, there is this unconstitutional agreement, the gentleman agreement, that, power should be shared 8 years between the North and the South. Now, there are complaints that when it gets to the turn of the South, they are fragmented. There is usually a faction. They are not together like the North does whenever it's time to present a candidate, whether it's Northeast, Northwest, or you understand, North Central. They usually know how to come together and present a candidate with one voice. But when it comes to the turn of the South, it's either you have someone from the South saying, I want to go Southwest, Southeast, which obviously creates that divide. That his last card would be him calling the others in the opposition. What I mean by that is calling on Atiku Abubakar, calling on Peter Obi, calling on Kwankwaso thereabout, maybe not necessarily Nasir El-Rufai, since he's not seeking for any position, and say, you know what, you guys, let's do this. It's just remaining 4 years. It's the turn of the South. So why don't we work together instead of allowing these guys continue to fragment us? We can work together. So I need your support. I'm not saying don't contest, but you can actually, step down. And then possibly there's going to be an agreement amongst them that by 2031 or 2037 thereabout, somebody from the southeast or somebody from the south will definitely galvanize to ensure that person emerges. Remember anyway that life is in the hands of God before that time. So, but you put structures in place to ensure that happens. What if he pulls that card? Do you think that his opponents that are in the opposition political party, especially those of the south of the the southern region, will agree to whatever meeting of alliance that he calls for?
Let me answer the first question you asked. When they say when power come to south, we are divided. Let me tell you, the same thing happened to the north, but because they suppressed the middle belt. Middle belt is not part of the north. It's part of the north. They suppressed the real Hausas. And they play them this mind game theory. So all these things are happening both south, north, and everywhere. And coming to the last question you asked. See, Tinubu, we know.
President
Tinubu, we know. His name is Tinubu before president.
President Tinubu.
Okay. President Tinubu, we know. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We know. We like to play such a game. But who are the people that are contesting against him? Are they contesting in order to, like Peter Obi say, to grab power from him? No, they are contesting to change the fortune of Nigeria, which APC cannot give. So that game may not work out. Is it people like Peter Obi that have told Nigerians that they have offered him many things and which they have not denied it?
Okay.
So it cannot work out. Maybe it will work out because somebody like Wike, we know antecedent. That Wike has been a betrayer because he said it that betrayal is part of the game. So those of them that are like Wike can easily be bought over. These things cannot work because they have tried it, it will not work. So what they will do is game of lies, theory of grab it, run away with it. So the opposition is still intact to make sure that they raise to power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu and make sure that Nigerians work.
Mr. Lawal Kundaya, there are talks that there are plans to ensure that the national convention that is going to be organized by the PDP will be mutilated, specifically by some section that is working with the All Progressives Congress. I'm referring to the Nyesom Wike faction of the PDP. Now, the convention, according to talks, is that some members who have engaged in anti-party activities will be expelled, and there are talks that Nyesom Wike will be one of those persons to be expelled, as well as others as well who are also in the camp. Now, you recall that Governor Seyi Makinde is also, wants to go in the running as one of the presidential aspirants within the People's Democratic Party. So one of the things that the National Convention intends to do is to see how they can bridge the porosity of the vacuum that has been created by some elements that has made some party members aggrieved, and see how they can come together to see how they can restructure the PDP by ensuring that the rules in place are actually instituted across board, not certain persons going with it and certain persons not going with it. Do you see Wike being expelled in that convention? That's one. Two, if it happens to be, do you also see him using the might, the clout and connection with the president to ensure that he's not removed from the PDP? And if that does not happen and he remains in the PDP, do you see the PDP getting themselves together in preparation for 2027 to unseat President Tinubu?
Let me start with the last. They won't get themselves together to challenge the incumbent president. They will not, because the mole inside them is so powerful, is so influential. It has gained so much root that
Sorry.
They are going nowhere. That's of now. No matter who they present, it's not going to work. Now, second is that for them to remove, suspend Wike or punish Wike, it's not also going to happen unless they are ready to dwindle. Sorry.
What's happen? Who is targeting you all of a sudden?
Yeah, unless they are ready, to dwindle. Dwindle means that they will lose some people. Some things will happen. They will come down. When they come down, they will now rebuild from the ashes.
Okay.
If they are ready for that to come down, they rebuild from the ashes. Which it's not going to happen within this 2027. It's going to be after 2027.
Wow. After 2027.
Yeah, because we can now, no matter what you do, even if you suspend him, it really will not work, because of the fact that whatever happens here, he has the backing of the federal.
Okay.
INEC that will come to the convention is federal. Have you forgotten? The security that will be there. Yeah, you've forgotten judiciary. You just go to court, and before you know it, you know what happened after that now. So he has everything at his side. So if they are determined to suspend him, then the party will face a lot of crisis, but they will rise up from that ashes. PDP is not gone.
But what you're saying now, nobody's saying they are gone. What you're saying now, that there is no possibility of them being a major opposition or a threat to the APC for 2027.
No.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, the president has said his administration is working towards building a country that works for everyone. And he made this call yesterday at the second plenary meeting of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria in Ikotekpene, Akwa Ibom State. He was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who represented the president. Now, he says that his administration came into office with a firm commitment to renew hope, strengthen the democratic institutions, and build a Nigeria that works for all. That, they have taken bold steps to stabilize the economy, attract investment, implement reforms that will bring enduring benefits to the country, which obviously is a tax reform to commence from, January 2026. And a lot of Nigerians are already afraid of how that is going to impede on a lot of things, and cost of living would increase. The president has also said that his policy is to ensure that Nigerians become more reliant on their home-based products rather than having to rely on imported goods. If you realize what is currently going on, he's trying to encourage that. But the fear is this, that there are some supposed persons in the polity that do not want that to happen, especially those who he has put in charge to handle that channel, whereby prices of certain goods and commodities would crash, but it's not happening. So my question to you, Mr. Tony Mbata, is this. While it feels that the president is focusing more on politicking ahead of 2027, who do you think is running the government now to ensure that the renewed hope agenda is sustained?
The renewed hope agenda, Nigerians have seen that the renewed hope is the renewed suffering of Nigeria. And what the representative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the Cali conference, whatever they did, was an opposite of what they are doing, because we have seen it. So all those things is like a theory. But there is no practicality on it. So Tinubu telling us that he want to make Nigeria this is showing Nigerian opposite. And Nigerians have seen it.
The reflection what is reflecting is not what
is not reflecting anywhere. And the indices are there to show. We beg the supporters of this government to come on board and discuss and show us. The indices are there. We are seeing it. Is it the naira and dollar? Is it economic well-being? Is it the purchasing power? Is it the profile of Nigeria? So let them come and show us. Is it the road network? Is it health system? Is it water? Is it a building of other industries or cottage industries or refineries or modular refineries? Whichever, they will come and tell us. Or is it the feeding allowances? By the time this government will go, you will see what happened, the mess they have committed in those they are feeding whatever. So all these things are opposite of what they are saying. It's people writing. It's like every independent day you see them, they will come and give us litany of whatever they will do and they have done. Go and check it. Nothing. Is it the issue of renovation and what they are building for themselves? Is what they are talking about. So Nigerians have known this thing. They will, every time you call them, they will give you that renewed suffering hope they are talking about.
Mr. Lawal Kondayo, Tonyeko has asked Nyesom Wike to act honorably, leave the PDP and join the APC, since that is basically whom he is working for, and everything he has been doing is kowtowing to the APC to strengthen the party, deliver for the party for 2027. For example, with what is happening right now, Fubara will soon return, but we are already seeing those who are on ground. They're all APC members. The local government elections that was conducted, all of them are all in support of the president. So there are talks that Fubara will not be in charge of the state. Wike is an extension. He's an extended governor, for in Rivers State. But the fact is this: why has he not officially joined the APC? If you know that there is a situation within your party, you have not contributed to resolving the issue with the party. It doesn't seem like you are enthusiastic that your party wins in 2027, because you obviously want to deliver for the president. Why are you still in the PDP? Why don't you officially be recognized as an APC member?
He would not lose his he will lose his
Okay.
He will lose his income.
Okay.
How lose his income?
So
How?
why
You're already working for the APC, so what are you doing in the PDP?
That is the reason why he's in PDP and working for APC is because I believe that is the reason why
they are paying him.
That's why
he's doing the job.
Because Toyekol is saying that if he moves to the APC, then the opposition parties like the PDP will galvanize themselves without interference.
He's not going to work as a mode.
You hear me? I said he will now lose
his income. You are right.
His income.
Because he's doing the job.
So what is he in PDP for? Is it not so that he can be earning income?
Are we doing the politics right in this part of the world? Agreed. When it comes to politics, you saw what happened in America during the time of during the campaign season with Donald Trump and Joe Biden with Kamala Harris. I mean, somebody in the crowd literally shot at President Donald Trump. He was actually saved. If not, it may be like what happened with Mr. Kirk, who just recently passed on by a gunshot shooting to his neck. Now, the thing is, politics is deadly. Politics is crazy. Do you think the way we do our politics is how it's done? Anything so long as you can undermine your opponent and make sure that you win. You call that for the United States of America during the recent campaign. They used social media. In fact, it was so planned in such a point that the management and leadership of Twitter, which is now X, was changed. They used Twitter heavily to propagate information, where information comes from the people. Nobody censors, nobody filters, it just comes out. There are just rules applied, and that is why you see what happened with Omoyele Sowore, where Elon Musk did not do what the DSS asked them to do against Sowore's tweet. So my question is, the way we are running our politics now, is it the ideal way it's supposed to be, or there is another way it's supposed to that is meant to make it more interesting and more participatory?
Politics in anywhere, every countries of the world are the same, but the only difference in Nigeria is that, I said it before. Ngige said, I quote him, that politicians supposed to be people that have a name.
Okay.
Because they will trace your origin and tell you who you are. And other developed countries of the world play politics in order to develop the people, the society, for them to their names to be written on the gold.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln, whatever you see them, they will come and play. But if you call it dirty, it is dirty. You saw what happened in American president, even in rigging. When Clinton, the second election he win, I think Florida, was at a time they used manual to count it. I told some people that listen to us in Olibo that there's a rigging they will give you. You will clap for yourself and say, yes, these people rig very well. Because you see it. But Nigerian or Africa, we rig crudely. We don't read with intellectual capacity. We read crabby. Americans are not carrying ballot paper. They will do it scientifically. And you yourself that are being rigged at will clap for them. But I'm not saying that rigging is good. So politics in Nigeria is played in a crude way, not to develop the system, not to write their names on the gold, so that people will remember, so that the masses will rejoice. But the politics in other countries of the world was play it. That's why one of the American presidents said, take what you do for your country, not what you are going to gain. So they are playing it with a mindset of, let me write my name on a gold. Let me develop the society. So that people will say, generation that comes will say, I was the one that did it. Like Obasanjo today. Generation to come will remember Obasanjo for writing off our debt profile. It's not an easy thing. Obasanjo government created most of the institutions today that is working. Since APC came on board, what did they do? We have not seen. We are still here to see.
All right.
Okay, they remove subsidies. Okay.
Let's take your reaction, ladies and gentlemen. The number to call is 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933, and the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338, 0817-1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number to send your messages to. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Oh, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Anthony Mbaka, my namesake. I'm on your way. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. You on your way?
I'm on your way. I'm going to take one down. Mr. Mbaka, I greet Mr. Kundaro, I greet you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are you family, sir?
Fine, sir.
Adam, please, I want to say this thing to you, please. I'm not making any distance. Please, anytime you are talking over the radio, just to blow your point, stop shouting. There is nothing like saying you're quarrel with anybody.
What are you referring to, sir, please? Which of them?
Anthony, my
Okay, Mr.
brother.
Tony Mbata. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Noted.
Yes. Stop shouting. You do like one other person, you always come from first time, they call mayor. That one always shouting. You understand? And
Thank you.
so please, I want to see the way your second is here. Mellow his voice down, talking. Please, do it like that. After we talk, I don't have your number.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. Hello. Good evening, sir. Hello. 08036929933. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. Please turn down the volume of your radio. Welcome, sir. What's your name?
My name is Fidelis.
Fidelity.
Fidelis.
Mr. Fidelis, how are you?
Fine, how's everything?
We thank God, sir. Turn down the volume of your radio, please, or turn it off completely.
Okay. Madam Bata, I greet you, sir.
Thank you.
See, what you are saying is a reality in this country. No matter whatever we do, the APC government has never shown Nigeria the way. They never do any project and do it very well. Right from the station that they enter, I never see anything that I have done in this country that will give us food. The only problem they created, like in Wike is everywhere creating problem. Remember that is not God. That one day he will step down from that office and will be ordinary civilians. We are praying that Almighty God will give Nigeria the hope to forge ahead to make sure that this country is a better place for us to live. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fidelis. Welcome. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Welcome. Please speak up. Speak up. What's your name, sir? Hello?
My name is Joshua.
Oluwole Joshua.
Joshua.
Mr. Joshua, can you speak up, please? Are you okay?
My name is Joshua.
Okay, Joshua, where are you calling from?
Ikoyi.
All right, Mr. Joshua, please go ahead, please.
What I'm trying to say is the government in the world is the same. But Nigerian government, they lack.
Hello, Mr. Joshua, we can't hear you. It's like you're using something to modify your voice. You're using something to modify your voice. We can't hear you very well. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome. What's your name, please?
My name is Juliet.
Your name is what?
Juliet.
Okay, Juliet, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos. All right, Juliet, please go ahead.
I want to speak about P2B as Jonathan. They want to bring Jonathan into contest for them.
Who wants to bring Jonathan, please? Who wants to bring Jonathan?
It's like the PDP. They want to use as
Okay.
they want to use it's like a strategy.
Okay.
They want to use make receive P2B not to on again. So that is what I want to say.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. 08036929933. That's the number. 08036929933. Good evening. Welcome. Good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Welcome, sir. All right, sir. Please go ahead.
So I disagree with the other caller that said that Mr. Tony should not shout. Please, they should shout to know that in Nigeria we are not happy. Do not treat them morale. Let them shout. If the government is hearing, they will know that people are not happy. I don't like that advice. Everybody has time to express themselves how Nigeria is doing. So we are enjoying his voice. Even Barrister Darrington, the action is very enjoying it. Let them shout so that the whole world will hear what our dear president Tinubu is doing. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. 08036929933. That's the number. How are you? Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is
sir.
my name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Okechukwu.
Yes.
All right, sir. Calling from.
What I want to say is that this conspirator and the P2B, the APC government want to use this strategy to divide the vote of the South in order to allow a Northerner to win this presidential election. Also, in issue of President Tinubu, they still not doing fine. But I think it's too early now to get this Mr. President, because maybe we have a good mind for Nigeria, but because hunger is too much, Nigeria complains too much. They begin to say he's not doing anything. At least by next year, we should know if the roadmap is being for Nigeria. If it's working, then we know. If it's not working, by 2027, we vote him out. That's no submission.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Tony Bata, some people actually think that if Nigerians could be patient for Muhammadu Buhari, who was off immediately after he won elections and traveled out of the country for 6 months, did not create a cabinet for 6 months, was running on the previous budget, did not even announce any budget, took 6 months to set up his cabinet. Why can't Nigerians be patient with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is not even up to possibly, has not completed 3 years, and everybody is already saying, please, we don't want you anymore? Why is that stretch of patience not extended to him?
Anybody that's saying that majority of Nigerians, they did not complain when Buhari was, we called him Baba Go Slow, and that we should be lenient or wait till when we die. That person is not that person does not show any
I
love.
heard it. Some people were like, okay, you know what?
No. Those things
PDP
are the
government.
These are
APC
the same
taking its
government.
time.
These are the same APC government. Okay. Let us understand something.
All right.
These are the same APC government. Buhari started by blaming PDP. PDP did this. PDP did that. They didn't even tell us the good PDP. Now, when APC government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, they started blaming what they meet on ground. By which government? The same government. And let me ask you, Esther. You are sick. I'm sick. Let me say, Tony Mbate is sick. And my people will take me to general hospital and they say, wait, let us wait until when doctor will come. And doctor say, let me first of all go and eat and also bath. Doctor have come supposed to resume. How will your people react? My people will not react friendly. Because this person is dying. Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is even dead.
They say you should reduce your voice.
Some people like it. It's a matter of choice. This is to tell you how we are feeling.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Please, what's your name?
I'm Lambert from Olule.
Lambert, you did for bike? I be you did keke or you did drive? Which one?
In my house.
And they hear breeze, and your radio is on. Turn it off, please.
Okay. It's off now.
It's not off. Yes, okay. Very good. Please,
all right.
Stay
I greet your guest.
Turn off your fan.
Okay. I greet your guests, Tony Bata and Lawal Kundayo.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
You see, APC has not come to govern Nigeria. They are plunderers. And then again, I love it when Tony Bata mentioned Julius Caesar, or Mark Antony Julius Caesar. Let us take it further. Mark Antony came to praise the conspirators. He praised them until the plebeians, the masses, understood the opposite of that praise. So we have complained so much about this government and they are adamant. Let us begin now to change the narrative by praising them until Nigerian masses understand the opposite of that praise. That's my take.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Ayang from Bokna.
Mr. Ayang from where? Bokna, all right. Go ahead, sir.
So I want to talk about what our president is doing, because when somebody says something, they will go after the person. But when we say what he's doing is not good, they will feel adamant as if they are not hearing what we are talking about. Every day the radio is on. Every session we are talking about what the president is doing. But I want to use this opportunity to ask Nigerian youth, let us wake up.
Okay.
We cannot remain like this. If we can form a group and wake up for this government, we are tired of what they are doing. I don't know whether our youth are hearing all this radio all the things we are talking. Let us rise up against this government and do something. We cannot remain like this and keep silent. They are just using us anyhow. That's what I think this evening. Because I'm very angry. I don't know how to start with it. Somebody should lead us. Let us come out. Please.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, S and all the guests in the house. It's a good omen that Peter Obi keeps quiet for now to put in and causing confusion and nightmare to APC, because if he shows where he belongs, APC will go and plant some bad seed there to cause confusion the way they are doing in PDP and Labour Party. Any Igbo man who is crowned or parading himself as SND or Obi outside Igbo land are 100% fake. From Iwoha Ikechukwu. Okay, good evening, VOP. What is the work that Tinubu do that makes him to be going on vacation every day in France? Esther, tell me. Solomon from Ikeja. Good evening, Esther. Happy Sunday. Please, if I call you criminal and you're not, if your hands is clean, you will prove me wrong by defending yourself. So let Tinubu allow the FBI open his file if he's innocent. If not, let APC and their supporters stop this propaganda. It won't take them anywhere. What Tinubu did to good luck. If Nigerians are smart, they will use it against him. Thanks. Mr. Kundayo and Mr. Mbata, let me reiterate myself once again. I urge you to step forward and contest in the 2027 general elections. It's time to back up your criticism with concrete proposals. Nigerians deserve more than just armchair analysis. Why not take the Labour Party as a platform to showcase your ideas? Let's see what you can offer beyond criticism. Aberdeen. Barrister Darlington's best friend. Good evening, Esther Wanyoma, and also the gentleman doing the good job with you. My name is Dimma, and my take this evening is about the Igbo tribe and this killing belief that we are industrious, very enterprising and all. My question then is, where is our common sense? A lot of Igbos have 98% of their investments either in Lagos or Abuja, and many are still acquiring, like Mr. Chibuke that wanted to build himself a palace in Lagos, yet we keep on complaining every time. If you live in someone's land and over the years that person has constantly called you names, treat you badly, demolish your properties, why would you still hide under the excuse that you have the right to build anywhere in Nigeria and continue to be the victim every time? When will the Igbos use that naturally endowed sense we claim to have? Bikonu Kai. Okay? Good evening, Esther and your guest. I like the analysis of your guest. On Jonathan, he should continue his private life. Otherwise, the same people will rubbish him. He should remain and maintain his respect. It's a mere speculation. It's only Peter Obi they're projecting, not GEJ. But the only challenge is INEC. There should be electoral reform or a credible election. God bless Nigeria. Online chief from Ayobo. Okay, online chief, well done. Good evening, Esther. God sparing our lives. These lamentations by your guest, Mr. Anthony Mbata, will run from now till 2031 and beyond. He should be careful with the allegations he's making against PBAT. Hope he has proof if called upon to come and substantiate them. Namdi Uzochukwu from Lagos. Interesting. Happy Sunday, Esther, and the guests in the studio. Esther, the main reason Tinubu and his followers worked against GEJ's government, can you people remember that it was during GEJ the Southeast was able to get one international airport and promised the people of the East that if he is elected, he's going to build seaport for them. And you know very well that if the people of the South is succeeded in having seaport, Lagos will be stranded in economy. Esther, George Akume was one of the ex-governors that Malam Nuhu Ribadu called thieves in 2006 when he was the EFCC chairman before National Assembly, in which Ken Nnamani was the Senate president. So Esther, we don't have leaders but rulers. Esther, even the devil has followers. Mayor from Ikotoigwe. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
My name is Obinna, calling from Ejibo.
Obinna, have you called before this evening?
No.
All right,
Obinna
go
from
ahead,
Ejibo, I've never called.
Go ahead.
Esther, when you started your program, everybody will be struggling. Do you know how many thousands of people trying to call you? How many? I want to ask you a question. How many of these GOP work?
08036929933 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, Minister.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, my name is Malam Bello Usman. I am calling from Wujil Kano State.
All right, sir. Malam Bello, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. You see, the question I always ask from Nigeria, few Nigerians, not not majority, because we that are against this government currently, right now, we are the majority. But the few ones that are still supporting this government, let me tell them. Somebody is talking about when Muhammad Buhari was the president of this country, people didn't complain. When President Muhammad Buhari became president, even before he became president, some of us believed that he was a messiah. But when he claims the seat of leadership, we discover that it's a failure. Then most of us complain. Then, when Buhari became president, Buhari made himself the minister of petroleum. What happened under Buhari with the petroleum? But still, Nigeria is still managing. Nigeria were still able to feed themselves. But when this current president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, became president, he also made himself a minister of petroleum. What happened currently with the petroleum? Immediately he came, he said subsidy is gone. The government of Muhammad Buhari is far more better than the president of this current Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Are you saying this because you are all, you're from the same side as
no, Babu, no, I am not saying it because of that. And if you want me to prove why President Buhari is former President Buhari government is better than the current one, I will prove it to you.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because, yes. Okay, for example, this government of Tinubu came when dollar was about 700 I changed dollars also. It's my business. When this government came, Tinubu devalued the naira. What is the value of naira in your country today? Go to Cameroon, very close to us here. Go to Cameroon, go to Niger, and their money is even better than yours. Now, currently, we are living in Nigeria, which is our country. We are living in Nigeria today like refugees. We are living here like, okay, how much did Buhari sponsor? Buhari didn't sponsor anybody from Nigeria to make with 90 billion like Tinubu did. Okay. We are hungry. Nigeria are hungry. Tinubu sponsor. If somebody wants to go to Mecca, I'm Muslim. If somebody wants to go to Mecca, how does that supposed to be my business as a president or in Nigeria? Am I not in Nigeria? Why they don't send me to Mecca also?
All right, Malam. Thank you very much for calling.
Yes, the National Assembly. How much Tinubu approved for National Assembly to acquire SUV when Nigeria are hungry? What kind of the government of Buhari is far more better than this one. And by the grace of God, inshallah, come 2027 before 12 o'clock. We will say bye-bye and bye-bye to this government, inshallah. Thank you very much.
All right, Malam, thank you very much. Good evening, Esther. Greetings, Mr. Kunda, Mr. Tony Bata. You're really trying to be honest. APC government has done nothing now. Children resuming school, no money for food to give them. We hustle so hard, but this economy is not friendly. A day from Lagos. Mr. Tony, I like your voice with passion, sir. Continue. That's individual differences. You're few of Nigerians fighting for us. God bless you, sir. A day from Lagos. Okay. Well done, Ade. Good evening. Wonderful guest in the house. Let me be factual. It's only when we Nigerians come to our senses and draw lines of actions by serious protests, as we'll call all those who call themselves powerful men and women of God, to organize fasting and pray, submit sincerely, things will change for better. Thanks. Ikemefona John from Ojekole Ladipo. All right. Good evening, Esther. A major problem is the Nigerian people. They are allowing politicians divide them with tribalism and religion. Until we see ourselves as one Nigeria and not tribe, the better for us. Comrade Levite Akpan from Amuwa Dofi. All right. Good evening, Esther. Your guest is saying nothing but the truth. Senate from Iyanusolo. I wonder how people are supporting this APC government. Good evening, VOP, and the guest in the house is the radio senator Zulu Motors from Ajawa State. We're coming in group for APC. Okay. This person says, only a mischief like Batala. Okay, I don't know how to read this. I don't know what you're writing. Good evening, Esther, and everyone in the studio. Shakanade from Alabaru. May God see Nigerians through. That you think Peter Obi can win election in the north and Nigeria as a whole over GEJ is funny. Try bringing people with opposing views to your studio and avoid them. Okay, this is Samuel from Idioroko. All right, Samuel, we actually do if you listen to us during the week. All right. Good evening, S and the two gentlemen. I will definitely disagree with Mr. Tony concerning the man that wants to become the Obi of Lagos. This is obvious. Let's forget tribalism. The man in question is a clodpate. Obi means king, just like Oba. No one will welcome such as the king of Lagos, and you claim he's a landowner in Lagos. Abiodu from Igondo. All right, well done, Abiodun. Good evening, beautiful people. Please, I want to ask one simple question. What is going to happen if Tinubu decides to extend the tenure of Mahmoud come 2027? Don't correct my spellings, or I know what I am doing. Ching Kong from Chicago University. But somebody said that, wasn't it you? That gave, it was you that said that he can extend it. Hey, you said it all.
The INEC chairman. The extension is part of the game, according to APC. We have seen it.
My lady, I greet you in the house. That man Joshua is not Joshua, but your regular APC caller who always attacked Barrister Darlington. My lady, this man is also rock, will shock Nigerians with all his e-ways. All right, let's prioritize merit over geography. The best leader is one who governs with empathy and compassion, driving meaningful change, and except we sit down, they look institution. Okay. I don't understand what you wrote. I'm sorry. Please look through what you wrote and resend. All right. I think I've taken most of the messages. Mr. Tony Bata, what's your final take?
My final take is that INEC is our problem. And Nigerians should brace up and make sure that INEC will do the right thing.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Esther. Esther, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name, sir? Quickly.
Good evening to Mr. Mbaka and Mr. Kundaya.
Good evening.
My name is Mayor. I'm calling from Festac.
Hello, Mayor. Good evening. How are you, sir?
First of all, that man that was saying it, everybody has his own tone and way of speaking. He should find his own tone. Mr. Mbaka, I don't see him shouting. Okay. And me, I don't shout. So that is it. Well,
okay.
Then two, what we are saying is how to salvage this country. So that is the most important thing. It's not about if we are speaking with maybe harsh word, let them hear us. For Jonathan, I think the best thing for him is just go and settle down.
All right.
They are going to rubbish him. Let him maintain his statesmanly role, statesmanly dignity and respect.
All right. Let
Nigerians work together and support P2B.
Okay.
If Tinubu find himself back to that place again, I keep saying, but this country might not survive it. That is just the truth.
All right,
with the way, the hardship, and everything is collapsing. Thank you. Have a pleasant night.
You too, sir. Well done. Mr. Lawal, what's your final take?
My final take is that Nigerians should not give up. I keep saying that. And don't vote for politicians. Don't stop voting for politicians. That's the problem we have.
Okay.
Stop voting for politicians. Politics is deceitful. That's why they call it game. Vote for a good administrator that will come and administer justice and fairness to us. That's what you vote. When you are voting for the next candidate, you are selecting the next candidate. Look for people who have administrative antecedent.
Okay.
And that is where you are coming from. Have you been, involved administratively? Then tell us. Then from there you tell us how you can use that to make this country work. That is the way.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony Mbata, Mr. Lawa Akundaya. To some of you who called in and sent messages, we sincerely do appreciate you contributing to the program. Good governance starts with all of us. Let's try as much as possible to always keep ourselves abreast with what is going on in the polity. And let's believe that what the president is preaching and what he's telling us is doing will eventually come to fruition. Let's hope. Let's also pray for the president, because good leadership equals good life. So while we all try to work together for good governance, work together to call out the government of the day if they know they're not being responsible to their duty, let's also put our dear nation in prayer. My name is Esther Machiko. Have yourself a wonderful Sunday evening. See you tomorrow.